Hello, everyone. This is Theta Male Secrets, also known as the Beta Male Strategist, and in this video, we'll be reacting to a certain amount of videos corresponding to MGTOW and feminism, and a whole bunch of new philosophy and structure for personal development too. So let's get right into it.
Is where I just think that it just doesn't make sense to me how this is where I feel frustrated. It's where I just think that it just doesn't make sense to me how women are not being asked out on dates. Like, there are so many beautiful women, like, come on, like, just shoot your shot. But a lot of the things that the guys were telling me, and these were guys from the ages of like 19 to 40, was like, no, we don't want to intimidate a woman. If we see them on the street, like, we'll cross the road so that they feel safe. No, we don't want to come across creepy. So I do see that obviously culture has really like removed this from the man, this kind of like the art of the chase. And then that, I think, in effect, is making men passive.
A lot of this has to do with, of course, feminism, but the hashtag #MeToo, the level of awareness of sexual harassment, which is a good thing. The awareness needed to be there, but there has been such a level of overcorrection, so much to the point that even a man just approaching you on the street is harassment. And the issue what a lot of men see is you can have two guys do the exact same approach. One's harassing her and one is received well. And the only difference is that she sees one that's being attractive.
Yeah, no, I understand that, but that's not really fair.
It's not fair. But for a lot of good men, they're like, okay, well, the only way I'm going to know if you find me attractive is if I approach you. But if I get it wrong and you don't, that's a harassment case. So for a lot of men, it's like, it's not worth the risk.
Not gonna lie, hearing you talk, you're a little sassy, so I do have questions before we proceed and continue.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay. So first off, you said you're in accounting, finance?
Yeah, that's a question.
What's your approximate salary?
Want to know how much I make?
Approximate.
Wow.
Just an approximate. I know it's the internet, so you don't have to say the specifics, but like a range. Just range.
I mean, I probably go on Glassdoor. I'm not going to reveal my finances in a public setting. This matter. It's a private matter. I'm not going to do that. So you're asking me, so if it was above the number you wanted, you would have kept it. If it was below the number you wanted, you would have bumped it.
If you had answered, there would have been a possibility for both, but because you refused to answer, that's what got your balloon.
So because, so some money, it's okay. You should have bumped it earlier. I prefer people.
Oh man, the chick asked for financial information? I'm shocked. It's all for entertainment at the end of the day though, guys. It's not like this guy would have walked out with her if she kept the balloon. Her attitude is enough to make any real guy pop it for her. These are always the most difficult to sit through because the women...
So, we already got a whole bunch of key things that are grounded in this experience. The thing is that we assume that we understand how another person is, but we truly don't even understand the person in the next room to us. Because, like, if a girl is, like, asking for details about finances and money corresponding to another individual, they'd be like, how much money are you making? And if you're making enough, then you have more of a chance to be with that girl and stuff. But the thing is that not everything is truly about money. And funny thing is that girls want you to go through their hoops in order for you to succeed through it. So it's like a little bit of a game. But if you see it as a game, that's where the problem hits, and that's where you go straight to MGTOW. It isn't a game. This whole system that we already have in society is built by culture, but it's not a game. It's interactive. It's not a game, but it's something. It's hard to name it. We'll create a name. As you're watching these videos, you can come up with your comments or your perspective on what you think all this stuff is. It's like a little gibberish model. We put gibberish together and we solve the problem. that's kind of like how we are when we talk. Everything we talk isn't grounded in logic. We talk with our emotions, with our head, all that other stuff. So it depends, though. It depends. Sometimes we can have that immense focus vibrationally or intrinsically, and we can actually showcase our logic. But no matter what we do, we're pretty illogical creatures. And the funny thing is that I'm gonna go on. I'm not gonna go on either side, but it seems like men try to assume that they're more logical than females. Same thing as women do see men as logical, but women see themselves as emotionally more resilient and as well their own type of logic. They see themselves as right because every person in the world sees themselves as right. Every person in the world wants to talk about everything about them. When you meet a person, all the person wants to hear about is himself, but it depends on the friendship you have. Some people can just talk just to talk, you know? But going after someone because of money, I don't think is a really respectful thing for a relationship. But it depends on a person's choice, you know? Sometimes people go for looks and money, and that's a decision they make based on their own logic. But the only reason why, like, women aren't really getting what they want and men aren't really desiring to go is because the relationship game is too simplistic. The old game is too simplistic, and it gets you pretty much nowhere. It doesn't get you any interest by it, and that's because of our technological era where we get fast fixes like that. We could just wink it out every day and forget about girls and stuff. But here's the thing I recommend people to do, and me. I recommend you to start talking about this issue. The more you talk about and communicate how this feels, the more you'll be able to ground yourself away from fiction and in a sort of more conjectured reality where you focus linguistically, developmentally, and precisely where you want to be. Let's continue.
Men here, we're generous enough to call her that, immediately started acting like the final boss in a video game. If you told me the number, you would have moved on to phase 2. Lady, nobody is going to put up with these standards except the cat. I'd say good luck, but you're doomed. The comments are, modern women, shamed by nothing, but offended by everything. True. He dodged a huge bullet. She's a 3 or 4. Can't be that picky. As soon as she opened her mouth, this comment needed an edit. She is digging for gold. The classic game for fools. I hope he makes 200K and she finds out afterwards. Haha. She told him he was sassy. Hey lady, how much do you earn? Do you even have a job? Come on, man. Of course you don't. Next.
For me to feel like my boyfriend, you gotta like kind of let me know that you're gonna take care of me.
Oh, you gotta spend some money.
Well, it's not about spending money. You just gotta I gotta feel like I got a man. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to work as hard as I do. I'm fucking exhausted. It's like if you see me as being your wife, then you're not going to want me to work as hard.
So, translation, you gotta spend a check.
It's not like a check. It's
the check.
Consistent.
Consistent.
Taking care of me. Like, it has to be like, he wants to take care of me. Like, I would like my man to want to take care of me. And then, that I would feel safe enough to call you that or give you that title because other men are. But if I'm still working as hard to make it all happen, then how am I ever going to call somebody my man?
It's a sad world we live in.
It's not a sad world, it's a real world. I just don't understand why this new world is continually running away from tradition. Like, people act as if a woman of caliber has no problem taking care of her man. It's ridiculous for saying she wants to be taken care of.
Oh, it's not. That's not ridiculous to want to be taken care of. I think it's ridiculous to have that as the standard of somebody being your man.
Women dance around questions like cult members dance around the earth. I swear to God, it's all just psychobabble. She says it's not about the money, and then quickly describes how she will only accept money. Yep, that checks out. It only took 3 clicks to see what kind of, quote, hustles she's been a part of, and let me just say, it's exactly what everyone suspected.
Cool.
podcast saying
Figured
that
out the
she's somehow
password.
capable of
Yeah.
being a functional
Are you live right now?
No, I'm just making a video responding to
The
this
comments are,
video.
these women ain't looking for companions. They trying to get adopted. I am loving the comments today. Could not have said it better myself. Keep them coming. I'm glad I'm old. Y'all young cats can have this shit. LOL. Buddy, if you're in the West and married, you better be checking those accounts as much as the rest of them. She said it's tradition. You don't even want to start on that tradition shit, because y'all ain't none of like the women back into that. Stop it. All the reward, none of the work to get there. Moving on.
I decided to go to the casino with my girls, have a couple of drinks. I came back home like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. I woke him up out of his sleep and told him to go fix me some beef bacon and some eggs. Him being tired, did not want to get up right away, and that ticked me off. I'm intoxicated, so I'm not thinking about how he feels. I'm only thinking about why he won't get up and go fix me something to eat.
A few moments later.
Long story short, someone calls me. I go to jail, he bills me right out, and we're back buffed up the same day. So I went to my husband yesterday, and I was like, I think I'm going to do a story time. And I was like, well, because they found out about what I did in 2018 that caused you to go to jail. My husband never put his hands on me. I was very childish back then, and we got into an argument. I lied and told him that he did. I also called his mother's house, ordered like 50 pizzas, mass spammed her. I did all type of crazy stuff back then. And he forgave me for it. It's been years. We moved on. Never had another problem. Never had another issue.
Somebody needs to get this man some smelling salts and a suitcase. Guys, one of the only things left that these women have in the dating game is simps. Not meant to be found around here. On the upside, most of the simps are either seeing the error in their ways, or the women in their lives ironically are just as miserable as they be completely alone. This is the kind of thing that I've always had a hard time understanding. I mean, bro, why are you blowing on the embers? Just let this finally die out so the world can heal. Here are the top comments. He's the clown. That's on him. At this point, there's no refuting that. Putting up with all that because your girl is cute is ridiculous. Any woman that gets me sent to jail would only hear from my lawyer after that point. I would never talk to her again, involve my mother in some foolishness, and I would send somebody to talk to you. This is the only way.
Well, that's enough of that video. Let's go into a little bit of different videos. It was interesting at first and got a little disinterest. I got a little disinterest because I couldn't really relate to what the topic was about. So let's move to a new topic regarding dating.
Men, just please step up. All just different ways to try to talk to you guys, because you guys don't come up to us in New York City, and it's crazy. Like, I know there's so many beautiful women. Like, just go up to one of them.
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Fine.
What's your name?
I think my boyfriend's just...
Come on, where you going? Let's keep you
Hey,
company.
just being friendly.
Yeah, where you going? What, you two gonna talk to us?
Looking adorable. Tits bouncing.
That will-
Skin glistening.
That was a clip from She-Hulk. Oh my gosh, that was a horrible show. But I bet somehow in 20 years people are going to start liking it because it's a classic to them. But I didn't really dislike it completely. I just didn't really like the whole thing about breaking out of the fourth wall and focusing solely on her selfishness and her behavior and what she wanted without focusing on like the actual action, the actual like plot, the actual adventure and all that stuff. A lot of movies today don't really focus on what like the interests that should be focused on. Like honestly, I would love to have the era back of the 90s and 2000s where movies were really intricate and actually had not realistic plot, but were interesting, you know? Like, they actually worked But even that era didn't really have the best, like, logic. Just depends. I'm coming with this idea of in the future we'll come up with even more less grounded ideas for movies and TV shows. They'll become easier to produce. But on the same note, there could be a change where we actually get more interesting with how we create things. But it depends.
And yet nobody ever gets on the air and approaches me. Ever. Oh my god, like please. I'll take a fucking construction worker cat call at this point. Please.
Hi. Hello. Did you see my friend over there? He said hi.
Could you leave us? We're talking.
I absolutely will. I totally understand. But you...
Fuck you. Fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck you, man. Get the fuck out.
Okay, so not only do men not approach women in clubs in New York, but they don't even acknowledge you when you come and sit on the same table as them.
Okay, so you ladies gonna sing a song?
No.
No. I mean, not singers? What are you doing then?
I designed self-assembling synthetic polymer nanofibers. I started a company that manufactures them for a variety of potential medical, energy, and materials applications.
I'm a senior researcher in the theoretical physics group at Imperial College. I'm doing a bit of study analyzing the results of particle accelerator experiments around the world.
Nice one. Yeah, enjoy it. Bye.
We're the men. We're the actual men.
Nice scuba suit. You need a ride, darling?
How about a smile from me, huh?
Smile?
Yeah. I'm offering to help you. Least you could do is give me a smile.
People call me the Don.
Wow.
Here's a proposition for you. You're gonna give me your jacket, your helmet, and your...
So those were some snippets from movies and such that showed how women trying to empower women by giving them more of control over a situation. And honestly, in these clips, like, even though it may seem like in the story that the men are doing terrible things, they're not really. They haven't been shown to do like almost anything wrong. Like, and it results to exact violence over a certain individual just because they're trying to talk. And because this is shown so much in the media, it kind of gives a grasp of how things work. Honestly, like, I used to go to the bar a lot, and I talked to a lot of people, but it came to a point where I got kicked out of the bar because I was talking too much, or trying to... They said I was being too annoying or creepy or something, but all I was doing was trying to make friends. All I was doing was trying to get, like, conversations with people. But it's all just popularity, you know? Why go to a bar when the only thing you're going to get is, like, people that are just trying to have fun with themselves. So it's better if you're going to a bar, just drink with your friends and play pool and all that stuff. But that's how, like, that's how a lot of people feel nowadays. They don't want to go out because they don't want to be accused or kicked out or trampled on. But honestly, the act is not by continually trying to improve that structure, but in beta male strategies, you just hone your weakness and communicate. Because you're the leader of yourself. You don't need validation from others to assume your leadership. You don't need validation from but the thing is, you need cooperation, and that cooperation and help from other individuals will assume your own leadership and will help them grow as well. But it's a whole different system because it's just different.
motorcycle, and in return, I'm gonna let you keep your hand.
That's enough for this video today. Subscribe, comment, like, and subscribe to the 11th Doctor and my other channel, The Doctor. So, see ya.